We just wanted to take a little bit of time now and have some thoughts on our beloved leader, Kay Hunnings. So she's been with us for 30 years and in the college since 2007. So Beth and I have a few stories, I think, to share. So it's been my pleasure. She's been my only supervisor since I've been in Pamplin, which I think is unique. We were talking earlier today in our last one-on-one meeting, so I've been meeting with her every other week for the last 12 and a half years. So I feel like we've been a lot of time in meetings talking. It's usually, I feel like a lot of times it's me talking to her about IT, and it was very clear when I was hired that IT was not her specialty, and that's what she was hiring me for. And so I always appreciated that, she gave me that freedom and trusted me to do what was best for the college in regards to that. But we were talking about the last 12 and a half years, because Beth and I had the pleasure of starting like 2 weeks apart from each other. So somehow before Beth and I don't know how Kay managed, because it was, but since then, but since then it's always been, I feel like, the three of us. It's been a lot of consistency, and for those who know me, I'm a very consistent person, so it's always been much appreciated that it's stayed that, especially as we were here on Thursday. I've told Robin we need to start having receptions every other day to keep on coming out. But when we were here for the new faculty reception, we were talking about how we had 50 new employees in just the last calendar year, and so for the three of us, Beth, Kay, and I, to kind of stay together as a team for 12 and a half years, it's pretty amazing that, you know, we've had some people come and go on the teams, but overall it's been the three of us, and really appreciated that time. And I think, again, when Beth and I first started, it was literally the three of us. You know, it was Beth doing all the finances, me doing the IT, and then I guess I did have 6 graduate students to help me. But you know, since then we've really expanded. Beth, you have 5 people on your team now. I've got 4. We have a lot of student helpers. So we've really grown, and that's been one of the qualities of Kay that I've really enjoyed. She's a leader that has let us grow as we've needed to, and I think I've always shared the thriftiness that Kay has. So we tend not to ask for money, but I also know she never wants to give out money. but we're always trying to do what's best for the college, but also not overspend or not over-resource. And so we've always shared that, but you know, when it's been time to grow, she's always allowed us to. And I think as a supervisor, I've always been, or for me, I've always been someone that always wants to take on more, and it's been nice to have a supervisor that then says, yes, I trust you, we can allow you to take on more, and I think that's been evident of both of our teams growing over our time here. And anyways, so I will greatly miss you, and I hope you all the best in your retirement. As my dad has always said, as he retired, every day is Saturday except for Sunday. So I hope you enjoy, and you and Joe enjoy retirement together, and have every day is Saturday.
So thanks to all of you for coming out, because there's just so many of you, and I know it's just great to see you, and I know Kay feels so blessed that you're here. But I think what we have to do first, because there would be no Kay without these 2 people right here, her parents. And of course Joe, who has put up with all kinds of things because of the demands of this job. And our beloved Blakely and Travis and Michelle and Will. Jack is not here with us, is he? So Jack's not here, but Kay's grandchildren. So we just want to thank all of you for sharing her with us. In such a demanding job. Yeah. So anyways, I will just say that, like Jim, I have worked for Kay now, I guess, going on 14 years. And so much has changed in the college. We have grown tremendously in all the most positive ways. But the thing that I will admire and miss about her that she has, I feel like, instilled in me is the importance of people, all the people in this room. And even though we make hard decisions in this role, we have to say yes and no. We have to say no when we don't always want to say no. But the one thing Kay always did was she considered the people in her decisions always. And that is something that I have learned from and that I will carry with me for the rest of my career and the rest of my life, frankly. The other thing that I have learned from Kay is patience. She's an extremely patient person. And well, not with Joe, but everyone else here. No, I'm kidding. She loves Joe and she loves her family so dearly. And that is part of the reason why she's such a good leader, is she has always been considerate of those of us who work for her and around her, that we have families and how important our families are. So yeah, the thing that I will take with me forever is also her patience and the ways in which she listens to people and listens carefully and takes time to consider those things and make decisions. And so those are things, just so all of you know, that I have learned from her, and I will continue to try to demonstrate those things. So thank you all so much for coming, and again to your family and to your parents. You raised an amazing daughter, and because of that, she has been part of our lives and part of the Pamplin family. And we just want you to know how much we appreciate the values that you instilled in her, that you have shared with all of us, and it has immensely impacted the Pamplin family. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Robin Russell. I'm the interim dean of the Pamplin College of Business. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces out here, those who have retired and come back to honor Kay, and people from all kinds of colleges and departments and ways of life. So we're all very appreciative of what Kay has been able to do for us. So Kay's position is Associate Dean for Administration and Finance. Now, very rarely do you have someone who's in charge of finance who is as personable as she is. With apologies to the finance and who is as caring as she is. She cared for her staff. She, as Beth said, cares about your families. She cares about you, and she listens. So not only do we have a superb person in the job who kept their resources in check and who said no to us, she was always there for us for other things too. And that's an incredible combination. You just don't see that anywhere else. So I first got to know Kay, well, in some interaction with department heads where she says, no, you can't do this. But it was actually working on the work-life liaison for the provost office and working with her on that. And again, there was nobody on that provost team who was from finance. There was nobody who was in administration. The work-life balance is someone who cares deeply about the individual and is looking for ways to make your life at the university one where you can contribute, but you can bring your whole self to work. And she has mentored so many women through Pamplin, and you'll see in the slides in the reception room. And she was often the first person that you talked to when you were interviewing at Virginia Tech. So your impression of Virginia Tech was Kay, and that's how we got some of her fantastic faculty, because she was very calm and caring and giving. And Kay, I thank you for that so very much. And Kevin and Kay made this spectacular team. So I'm going to put Kevin on the spot, and I'm going to see if he has a few words for that Kevin and Kay team.
This is not a day I've been looking forward to. It will be a really different world without Kay in the Dean Suite. We used to come in every morning and we'd say good morning, and for 5.5 years we'd say good night as one of us took off to go home. And Thursday I won't get to do that, so I will miss that. But I'm as excited as I can be for Kay and Joe and their family. I'm so excited for what they're going to be able to transition into. I think it's going to be unbelievable for them. But for us, not so much. At least a little bit anyway, I think our world's going to be a little smaller and maybe not quite so bright without Kay around. We'll get over it, but we won't be as good off as we were with the Kay I know. I've known Kay since she joined the college 15 years ago. I've had the pleasure of working with her for 10 years, first as a department head as she transitioned me into that role, and as a Dean Suite colleague. It's been absolutely great. But the Kay I know in that role is the consummate professional. She is accomplished and she's respected. It doesn't matter where I go on campus, if I tell somebody that I'm in the College of Business, inevitably and unprompted, I'll get this, yeah, Kay Hunnings is over there, isn't she? Says, yeah, she's really good. Right? Inevitably, we get that. In the college, the Kay I know is a voice of reason, a steady hand, and the college conscious. Time and again, I've seen Kay wrestle with challenging budget issues, with difficult personnel problems, or how to implement difficult university policy. She inevitably comes up with a reasoned choice that's best for Pamplin and for each of us. And the reason I know that is none of us are in jail. In the college, the Kay I know is genuine, caring, and an advocate. Occasionally in this life, you meet people who are just genuinely good. And Kay is one of those people. And if you don't like Kay, it's your problem. But finally, the Kay I know relishes the roles of wife, mother, and grandmother. And these will stay at the center of her life, as they have always been. But I am just so excited that I can also say that the Kay I know is a friend. And I want to wish you the best.
Now, Kay has worked for 3 deans, 2 of whom are here today. So, Robert, are you back there somewhere? Would you like to say a few words for Kay?
It's great to be back with you as we celebrate Kay Hunnings and her life and her career as our friend and as our colleague. I got a chance to work with Kay for 9 years, and those were 9 great years, and a lot of it was because of what Kay was able to bring to the table as a friend and as a colleague. I found that Kay could do just about anything well. So obviously, she has this background in finance and accounting and was able to take care of those kinds of matters for the college in a way that really maximized what we were able to accomplish. But, she was also a person who led our HR, along with Beth, but, and the kinds of qualities that other people have spoken of already, about her caring nature, about her desire to be a friend, about being that first impression for so many of our faculty and staff of Virginia Tech and certainly at Pamplin. That was all key. When I think about her ability to take on new duties, when we lost our director of development, not too long after I came to Pamplin, we had Kay step in to help with development, alumni relations, and events. And one of the really key accomplishments there was the celebration of our 50th anniversary as a college from 1965 to 2015. Many of you were there in Roanoke when we did that, and Kay really played the lead role in getting that to come off so successfully. I think of Kay as someone that you can go to with any problem and in some cases get a technical solution, but in all cases get a wise, caring understanding perspective on the problem and good advice from a person, not just someone with that technical background. You've heard Beth and Kevin and Robin talk about how she interacts with people and supports the staff. And that was one of the things that I've really admired about Kay is she helps people develop as people and certainly develop their careers. She was really good at finding opportunities for people to improve their skills, to take on leadership roles because of additional training. And, you know, and that was something that I think, as has been pointed out, benefited women in particular in the college, benefited people who've been here in the area for years. Just providing those educational opportunities was fantastic. One of the projects that has also been really critical, I think, for Pamplin's future has been the work that Kay put into the Global Business and Analytics Complex and the financing of that. And because of that, on behalf of Pamplin, even in my retired role, I want to present Kay with a token of our appreciation related directly to GBAC.
Carefully wrapped.
Okay. Well, I was going to take this out and give it to you, but since it's been carefully wrapped.
I think, Kay, you know what it is. I really don't. Okay, are you ready? No, we don't. Great. Ooh, beautiful. So.
So you can always count on her with a smile. I wish her every happiness in her upcoming travels. You know, Joe's got some big plans for hiking in Italy. So thanks, Kay. We really appreciate it.
You know, this is a perfect place to honor Kay. It's, you know, it's in the gardens. She's a horticulturist. And the beauty that's here reflects the beauty that she sees in everyone. She's a Peace Corps volunteer. So that may be where it started, her caring for other people. And Kay, in your retirement, we wish you peace, we wish you beauty, and we wish you a little bit of crazy.
Blakely, you work on that for us.
Yeah. So we have a gift for you.
I'll let you all see it first. So there's a story behind this picture. I have a brother-in-law who is an artist, and I've been wanting one of his pieces of art, but never wanted to spend the money on an original. So I let the college do it. But when I saw this piece, I thought, that's how I feel in retirement. Big smile, a drink in my hand, not that I'm alcoholic. But just happiness. So that's what I'm looking forward to. First, I want to thank all of you for being here, because I know it took an effort to come here after work and be here, so I very much appreciate that. I want to thank the committee that organized this. Amy is in the back. Amy, raise your hand. I know you don't want to, but do it anyway. Jim and Beth and Crystal. I don't think Crystal is here. But they were the team that organized this, and it's just perfect. Thank y'all very much. It's great. I want to thank the people that I've worked with over the last 15 years. Many who are here, some who are not. But you guys have been the reason that we've been successful in Pamplin. And some who were with Pamplin and have now come back to this thing, so thank you, Justin. But Jim and Beth, like they said earlier, have been with me more than anybody has been. And they have been wonderful. Stop. And I just wanted to thank you for being part of the team.
Thank you, Kay.
No, but I just got one more thing to say. Thank you for trying to save me. I do want to thank my family for supporting me and being here, because I know it took a lot to be here today. I am an alum of Pamplin, so I hope I'll be invited back to events on the other side. And my email address will stay the same, my phone number will stay the same, so contact me, let's go to lunch. I can do anything I want to do now. So let's try to get together and stay in touch. Thank you all.
So I worked with Kay as a department head since she joined Pamplin. So since 2007, I was in the department head for a few years, but of course I interacted with her. She's always been there with a smile, always with a smile. Knowledgeable and supportive, which I like very, very much. And then finally, transparent and fair. So, you know, she would treat all the departments similarly, equally, and appreciated that very much. Kay has been a great asset to the college. She was a really good custodian because, like someone said, we didn't go to jail, but we didn't get, the college was always solvent, which has not been the case before Kay came to this position. So thank you, Kay, very, very much for that. And if she had stayed for 2 more years in this position, she would get a free parking permit. But I'm so sorry to see her leave us to Joe and Italy. We are so much better. Congratulations, Kay, and thank you so much for doing everything.
But you know, Kay being the Dean for Administration and Finances, you can imagine that we've been through difficult times and good times. We've been through like celebrations and mourning. We've seen, you know, successes and also failures. But whenever Kay was in the room, I always felt that she may not have been the loudest in the room, but she was always the strongest person present, right? And with Kay, anything was possible. We could be through the most difficult and challenging of times, but when Kay was around, I always felt that we will get through this. And as so many people have said before me, that, you know, she exemplifies what a leader should be. Genuinely there, genuinely cares, and unlike what Vijay said, that she treated all departments equally, I would like to believe that she had a special heart for me. Thank you for everything. We will miss you.
So I'll tell you a little secret. Those 2 departments are the most difficult. And to have them give Kay those, those thank yous is really big.
But I don't know whether you know it or not, but Kay has another degree in horticulture. And I was an engineer on the railroad, and I was going to Norfolk, and I'd go to the library and check out all kinds of degrees, you know. And that didn't come up at the top of the list. So my brother finished tech years ago, and he said, what Kay needs to do is major in business. So Kay come home one time, and I told her, and she said, Daddy, money is not everything. I said, I agree. So
So I didn't say no more. She got married, had 2 kids, got a degree in horticulture, had 2 kids, went back to school. And so here she is now.
I don't really want this to end, Kay, because then that means you're going away. But,
One more day.
come on up here, let me give you a hug. But I'll just wrap it up by saying we love you, Kay, and we wish you all the best.